came in from that. It's cold outside.
It is. Thank you again for making time for us.
Yeah, for sure.
Started. Just a couple of questions, and then we'll go to questions from the media. So, first question is obviously ended Phoenix with another victory. A great way to close out the season and head into the off season. Do you mind to tell us a little bit about that win, and then also taking home the Sunoco Rookie of the Year honors, and then maybe give us a little heads up on what you've been up to in the last week or so since we officially took the checkered flag.
Yeah, for sure. Phoenix, it was good. We were really fast in practice. Did you hear that word? I just said practice. That's ancient now. So we were really fast in practice, got the pole in qualifying and swept all the stages and won the race. It was a picture-perfect night for us. We're a team that I strongly believe, even the statistics show, anytime we get practice, we end up being really good in the race. We end up being really strong. So we took advantage of that, tried different things, learned a few things, and applied it eventually in the race. So with that being said, we had a really solid night. Getting the Sunoco Rookie of the Year. Sorry, there's a lot of banging going on. My dog doesn't like it. The Sunoco Rookie of the Year. That's awesome. You only can get Rookie of the Year in one time. You can only, I think, run for it one time. So to be the Rookie of the Year in 2021 in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series is definitely a big deal. Going into the year, I kind of expected it. I was like, okay, I got to get it. No matter what, there's no excuse. And Carson had a really good year. He had a really, really good year. And he had the lead for the majority of the year, I want to say. But we racked up 2 wins, started getting really strong finishes, being more consistent, and we came home with it. In the last few weeks, I've been super late model racing. After Martinsville, went to Nashville, ran the All-American 400. I just got home last night at 1:30 in the morning from New Smyrna after running the Governor's Cup. And I'm still racing. I got the Snowball Derby coming up. Got some house projects going on right now, spending some time with my wife, trying to figure some things out going on in our personal life, just trying to do some house projects, get some stuff done, and just hang out a little bit, enjoy life.
All right. Well, that sounds perfect. We're going to go and move to questions from the media. If you have a question for Chandler, please raise your hand, and we'll get to as many questions as we can. And who would like to kick us off this afternoon with our first question? All right. We are going to go to Pat DeCola from NASCAR. Pat.
Hey, Chandler. Last year and this year, you kind of heated up towards the end of the year, and I'm just curious if that's just those tracks are really in your wheelhouse, or you're kind of like a second half kind of player.
I don't know. That was my first year full time in anything in a very long time. Those tracks definitely suit my driving style for sure, but I don't know. I think it's more the fact of the matter that me and Danny's relationship's gotten better. He started to trust my input more. I started to trust his input more. And the team started clicking, and it happened like that last year a little bit as well. So just being consistent.
Thanks.
All right. Our next question is going to come from Greg Engel. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, Chandler. I love seeing those checks hanging on the wall, dude. That's awesome. How many hours did you take off before you and celebrate and all that junk until you said, okay, it's time to start looking forward to next season?
How many hours did I take off? I didn't really celebrate, to be honest with you. I was happy that I got the Rookie of the Year. I was happy about the win, but how do I say this in the most polite way for myself? I expected myself to win these races. And I was very disappointed that I didn't get any wins throughout the season. Circumstances weren't really great for us throughout the whole season, to be honest with you. Anytime we were good, something happened. And anytime we weren't good, nothing happened. So just being honest, and to get those 2 wins, it definitely was a confidence booster, because you have those doubters and they'll tell you that. And everybody will think about it. I thought about it, and to get those 2 wins and also go to super late model race and to be as dominant as I've been this whole year, it's definitely a big confidence booster for sure. So, but to answer your question, I didn't really celebrate. I was happy about it. Obviously, I knew we got Rookie of the Year. That's awesome. But I was already kind of looking forward to my off season. The 2 races, and 1 race I've already ran, the Governor's Cup and the Snowball Derby.
All right, thanks, pal. Merry off season.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Our next question is going to come from Nathan Solomon. Go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah, Chandler, thanks for your time today. Just curious, how would you grade your season overall?
Oh. Hmm. B minus is what I would grade it. Just because, like, I feel like we're a champ. We realistically going into the season and halfway through the season, I didn't think we were. I knew we were capable. We had the resources. We have everything at our disposal to win a championship, but we just weren't all clicking. We just weren't consistent as far as showing up at the racetrack and being good. Or when we did show up at the racetrack, there was way too many mistakes being made. And I mean, granted, we had the rookie stripes, so I guess it was acceptable. But in my eyes, I still didn't even accept that. So I'm glad we picked it up the last half of the season. I'm glad the consistency started coming. I'm glad the speed started coming. The results started to show a little bit. But man, I definitely am. I'm still not happy with the first half of our season, to be completely honest with you. The one that really stung the most, honestly, this whole season was probably Daytona, leading all those laps. And that was my first time at Daytona. And for the tire to go down like that at the very end, it was looking promising for us. So I wouldn't say that was the one that most stung, even though I just said that. But it was definitely after that race, I was kind of bummed for quite a few weeks. I was like, man, I almost won the first time at Daytona that I've ever even been there. So that'd have been really cool.
And with these last two wins that you got, do you feel like that's something that you can build off of and carry into with momentum for next season?
Yeah, for sure. All next season stuff still getting finalized, and hopefully we'll be all done in the next week or so. But with that being said, as a driver, I learned a lot from those past two wins. As working with Danny Stockman and stuff, we've discovered some new packages that's worked for us, and obviously they've worked as well. So definitely have learned a lot.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Our next question will come from Chris Knight. Go ahead, Chris, with your question.
Hey, Chandler, thanks for your time. I was just wondering, what did you learn the most about yourself as a person through your trials and tribulations of 2021?
Oh, boy. What did I learn most about myself? How blessed I have to have my wife is my biggest supporter, to be completely honest with you. And she's been through me through all the ups and downs. She's been honest with me when she's needed to be honest all the time. And I couldn't have made it through all the downs without her, honestly. I beat myself up bad. I beat myself up. I beat the people that made the mistakes up bad. She was always there to pick me up and put me back in where I needed to be to focus forward and go ahead and be in the right mental state back again. So I guess I would say it's really put in perspective of how blessed I am to have the loving wife that I have, the great family I have. We have two dogs. You just heard one a minute ago. He's awesome, Simba. And we have an amazing family, and I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So that's definitely my biggest building block / what keeps me going is them.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Any final questions? Oh, we do. Let's see here. Dustin Long, go ahead.
Thanks. Chandler, what did you feel like with this rookie experience that you learned the most or kind of evolved and grew from the beginning of the season through the end of the year?
How much practice really means a lot. As a rookie without practice, going to some of these racetracks, Pocono in a truck, just some of these tracks I've never been to and don't even know what I'm going to be balance wise, that have no laps there at all. And to go out there and just let it rip, it's hard. It's really, really hard. And with practice, I strongly believe there'd be more win stickers above my name and above that Toyota emblem on our truck this year if we had practice. But circumstances weren't right for us to have practice, so it is what it is.
Also, with being in the Toyota program, certainly you talk about there are the resources that are there and the TRD facility, and I'm assuming you probably work out there and work out with those folks. It's just what does that whole experience give you as opposed to, can you imagine being, in your situation coming in with a truck team and not having all those resources? What are those resources been able to provide for you? Everything.
It's been able to maximize everything at my disposal and just like I said, circumstances weren't right to have practice this year, and all the resources that I've had that Toyota's provided for us has helped with that for sure. And it's helped, I guess you could say, prolong and make sure that that blip that I was going to have from not having practice to having practice wasn't as big, if that makes sense. So they've done a lot for me. I've been a part of the Toyota Race and Development Program for about 6-7 years now. Jack Irving, Tyler Gibbs, David Wilson, all those guys. They've done so much for me in the past years, and I am forever grateful for them.
And how do they, with being in that program, having that experience, is how has that changed how you look at racing? Obviously, there's a lot of analytics. There's a lot of things that people, certainly the outside world looks at wins and seconds and third. I'm sure you've probably been trained in the sense of looking at a lot of different things. How has it changed your mindset from when you started the program?
I wouldn't say it's changed it a lot, to be honest with you. They picked me up when I was 14 years old, and they had a lot of trust in me. They had a lot of vision in me, and they wanted to build with me as a person, as a race car driver, and they wanted to kind of shape and form me, and that's exactly what they've done. And like I said, I'm forever grateful for them.
Thanks a lot.
Yep.
All right, Chandler, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it, and best of luck this off season.
Yep, thank you. I'll take it easy.
Thank you.
Yep,
Thanks, Chandler.
See ya, G.